Environmental sustainability at Valle Verde, going green in our golden years. Our world is drowning in plastic. Most of it will never, ever be recycled. Most of it is single-use plastic that will be used once and then thrown away. But there is no away. Single-use plastic is designed to be used only once and thrown away. It's so convenient. One plastic straw might not seem to have much impact, but this convenience comes at a high price. Plastic lasts forever, but over time it breaks down into smaller and smaller bits called microplastics. On average, each of us consumes the equivalent of a credit card of microplastic every week. Microplastics have been found everywhere on Earth, from the top of Mount Everest to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Microplastics have been detected in human hearts and brains. Microplastics have even been found in the feces of newborn babies. Less than 10% of the plastic in the world is actually recycled. The rest of it ends up in landfills and incinerators, on our land, or in our lakes, rivers, and oceans. What on earth are we doing? Can we recycle our way out of this mess? No, but recycling is part of an overall strategy to mitigate the environmental and health effects of plastic pollution. Remember to reduce and reuse, then recycle. As you make choices each day, ask yourself, how can I use less plastic? Can I choose something with less plastic packaging? Is there a reusable alternative? Instead of plastic garbage and storage bags, use compostable bags. Because compostable products are made from plants, they will break down into compost in the landfill. Please note, bags advertised as biodegradable actually contain plastic that will break down into microplastics. Instead of single-use plastic clamshells, which are usually not recyclable, use compostable food and drink containers, which are made from plants, not plastic. Because they are made from plants, compostable food containers go in the trash. The best choice of all is to bring your own reusable food container for your leftovers and carry it home in your reusable bag. BYOB, bring your own bag. Instead of single-use plastic bags, bring your own reusable bag for shopping, picking up mail, bringing home leftovers, etc. A soft fabric bag can fold up and fit in your pocket or purse, so you always have it with you. Instead of single-use coffee cups, which have a plastic coating to prevent leaking, get in the habit of bringing your own reusable coffee mug. Instead of buying single-use plastic water or soda bottles, get in the habit of bringing your own reusable water bottle. We collect single-use plastic bags from the laundry 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Reusable laundry bags cost a bit more up front, but save money in the long run because they can be reused so many times. Here are some other ways to reduce waste. Use cloth dish towels instead of paper towels. Use cloth handkerchiefs instead of disposable tissues. Use wool dryer balls instead of dryer sheets. Avoid produce that is packaged in plastic. Recycle your printer ink cartridges at Staples. Can you think of other ways to reduce waste? La Tienda has been a leader in reuse since it opened in 1980. Run by resident volunteers, La Tienda sells gently used items to residents, team members, and the public. The proceeds are used to fund campus projects. Resident volunteers at the wood shop use reclaimed wood to build toys for Unity Shop. They also repair furniture for residents. After refuse, reduce, reuse, and repair comes recycle. Before you throw something away, ask yourself, can it be donated? Can it be reused? Can it be repaired? Can it be recycled? Plastics are not created equal. Most people believe that the chasing arrows mean the product must be recyclable. This is not true. While number 1 and number 2 plastics are highly recyclable, other types, particularly number 6, polystyrene or styrofoam, and number 7, other, are virtually impossible to recycle. Why does recyclable plastic end up in the landfill? Wet or dirty plastic is unfit for recycling and ends up in the trash. Plastic contains chemical additives for properties such as color or flexibility. Many of those chemicals are harmful to our health. People don't understand which plastics are recyclable and which plastics will never be recycled. The most common mistake in recycling is called wish cycling. We wish something was recyclable, but in reality it is not recyclable. For example, milk cartons and similar products are lined with plastic to prevent leaks. They cannot be recycled. Compostable bags and compostable food containers belong in the trash because they are made from plants, not plastic. Store receipts are made from thermal paper. The added chemicals in thermal paper make receipts not recyclable. Paper can be recycled many times, but the fibers degrade each time they are recycled. Writing paper is recycled into printing paper. Printing paper is recycled into cardboard. Cardboard is recycled into paper towels, paper napkins, dryer sheets, and facial tissues. At this point, the paper fibers are so degraded that they can no longer be recycled. These items belong in the trash. Many manufacturers use misleading advertising called greenwashing to make you think their products are more environmentally friendly than they really are. Just because a product has the chasing arrows on it does not mean it is actually recyclable. What does recycle ready even mean? This tube of toothpaste is not recyclable, now or ever. Most municipal waste companies only recycle the basics: glass, metal, paper, flattened cardboard, and large number 2 plastic bottles. Please remember to flatten all cardboard boxes and place them inside the blue recycling bin. If you leave them outside the bin, Marburg will not pick them up. You can also notify housekeeping by phone or on Cubigo to have them pick up your flattened cardboard boxes. Put plants in the green waste bin. No need to use a plastic bag for your green waste. Valle Verde now has a yellow cart for collecting food waste from the kitchen. Food waste in the yellow cart goes directly to the anaerobic digester at Tahigas landfill, where it is converted into rich compost and methane gas, which is captured to generate electricity. What are hard-to-recycle plastics? Municipal waste companies reject certain plastics because they are too small, too light, or too expensive to recycle. The Green Team collect hard-to-recycle items every Monday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the breezeway. Residents Don and Kathy Chalfont began collecting plastic bags in 2015. They had to stop during the COVID pandemic. In 2024, the Green Team started collecting plastic bags again. Since then, we've collected several thousand pounds of plastic film. Plastic film is number 2 or number 4 plastic that stretches. Please make sure your plastic film is clean and dry when you bring it to us for recycling. Every Tuesday, we take 6 to 8 bags of plastic film to a nonprofit called Planet Protectors for recycling. Planet Protectors collects the plastic film from people throughout the Santa Barbara area and delivers it to a company called Trex. Trex combines the recycled plastic film with reclaimed sawdust to make durable products that last for decades with virtually no maintenance. Valle Verde has some Trex benches and fencing on campus. The nonprofit organization called Ridwell was created by a father and son in Seattle who wanted to find a responsible way to recycle stuff that is considered hard to recycle. Ridwell Express allows the Valle Verde Green Team to collect several hard-to-recycle plastics. Multi-layer plastics such as potato chip bags and candy wrappers, plastic caps and lids, number 5 prescription pill bottles. People are also generating mountains of clothing waste. Over 85% of used clothing ends up in landfills or worse. The nonprofit called Trashy recycles over 90% of the textiles they receive. The Green Team collects worn-out, stained, or ripped clothing that cannot be sold at La Tienda or donated to local charities. Sending these textiles to Trashy for recycling keeps clothing waste out of our landfill. We have kept several thousand pounds of textiles out of the landfill in just 1 year. Take a look at everything we can recycle with Trashy. Please make sure your textiles are clean before bringing them to us. There's no right way to reduce plastic waste. There are no perfect solutions. There will always be trade-offs. Just do what you can when you can. In 2025, we created the Valle Verde Environmental Stewardship Fund, which is part of the Human Good Foundation. This fund allows residents and team members to make a tax-deductible donation to support our Green Team activities. Here's an example of how you can write a check for the Valle Verde Environmental Stewardship Fund. You can also make a donation by phone or online.